car. Just go to the car. Go to the car. There's somebody by that fence back there, bro. Somebody.
Bro, dude, what?
There it is again. I see it. Go.
My frickin' chain, dude.
An international team of researchers managed to capture the first ever footage of a colossal squid in its natural deep-sea habitat. Using a remotely operated vehicle, a deep-sea robot, they recorded a juvenile colossal squid near the South Sandwich Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. This is a rare sight, as colossal squids are elusive and live deep underwater. The video marks a significant moment in marine research, giving scientists a first-hand look at this massive, mysterious creature in the wild. The video shows an extremely elderly-looking man lying on a bed, surrounded by family and loved ones, celebrating his supposed 117th birthday. He's clapping along with everyone else, but there's something very unsettling about him. His face appears unnaturally stiff, with no blinking or natural facial movement beyond the rigid clapping. Some viewers think he might not even be human, possibly a lifelike robot or animatronic, because his skin looks waxy and his expressions are so unnatural. Others wonder if it's just an extreme example of frailty in very old age. In this footage, a man captured a strange creature emerging from the corner of his building. He had been woken in the middle of the night by unusual noises and, not thinking it was dangerous, went out to investigate. That's when he saw a pale, humanoid creature with contorted limbs and jagged fingers. The unsettling, otherworldly sight made him quickly retreat in fear. Was it a supernatural entity, a mutation, or something else? Paleontologists in Peru discovered a giant 36-million-year-old skull fossil in a desert. The skull belonged to an Akakaje basilosaurus, a prehistoric whale-like predator. Its head was almost 4.5 feet long and packed with sharp teeth, showing it was a formidable hunter. The full basilosaurus could grow over 40 feet long. While it was a fearsome predator back then, today you can see a much tamer version of it at Lima's Natural History Museum. On the shore of an unknown location, a massive creature was found, looking quite peculiar. Its skin was coated with a thick layer of dust, making it hard to identify the species. The creature appeared deceased, with bulging eyes, creating a disturbing sight. Its enormous size made it even more intriguing. It's still unclear whether it's a new species of fish or an unknown deep-sea creature. Further research is needed to determine its exact origin and species. What do you think? While going through their CCTV footage, a Reddit user in Romania was surprised to see a humanoid figure walking past their home around midnight. The unsettling video has stirred a heated discussion online. Some think it shows something paranormal, while others insist it's just a person appearing distorted due to low light and the camera's quality. A fisherman discovered, among his usual catch, a translucent, insect-like creature wriggling in his net. Its strange appearance fascinates onlookers, sparking curiosity and speculation. What could it be, and where did it come from? Some suggest it might be an extraterrestrial visitor from a distant planet, while others think it could be an undiscovered species. While staying at a friend's house near Jordan Lake, North Carolina, a Reddit user heard something unusual. Though he's open to rational explanations, he finds it unsettling that these strange sounds have only happened twice. Some think it might just be wildlife, while others suspect something more ominous. A TikToker in Japan went camping in the wilderness, expecting a peaceful night under the stars. At first, everything was normal, until the van suddenly began shaking violently and the door banged loudly. One might assume a storm or a nocturnal animal, but footage from his outdoor camera showed nothing. This led to speculation. Some believed it was a spirit trying to send a message, while others thought it might be a forest guardian playing pranks. No theory can be confirmed, but the camper was fortunate to emerge unharmed, both physically and mentally. While exploring Vancouver's dense forest alone, TikTok user Worm Watson, a seasoned outdoorsman, was struck by an unsettling silence.
Dude, I just heard somebody yell something. Hello? Huh. It got real spooky real quick in here.
A classic warning that danger could be near. Later, when Watson returned to the same spot, his bike chain inexplicably came off, leaving him stranded deep in the woods. Then, suddenly, something happened.
Fell off. Heck. My frickin' chain, dude. Yo, what? Hello? Yo, we're gonna get out of here. Yo, my freaking chain, man. Dude, what the hell? Get out of here, man.
After this unsettling encounter, Watson vowed never to return to that spot. Was it merely an animal, or was something far more sinister lurking in the forest? While hiking in Canada's boreal forest, a hiker felt an unsettling sensation, as if he was being watched. Peering into the distance and zooming in with his camera, he noticed a figure staring back. At first, it resembled a black bear, but its head looked strangely human or even ape-like. Since no apes live in Canada, the creature's identity remains a mystery. The hiker couldn't help but wonder if it might have been a young Bigfoot, though he may never know for sure. The video captures a large reptile moving in a peculiar, almost slithering manner, despite having legs. Its movement is unlike that of typical lizards or snakes, prompting some viewers to speculate it might be a creature from the underworld or a surviving prehistoric species. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be missing its front limbs, a condition crocodiles and alligators can suffer from, often due to accidental bites or aggressive encounters. This could account for its unusual appearance and movement, making a natural explanation more likely than supernatural ones. The lingering question is whether the animal is a crocodile or an alligator. Living deep in the mountains amid thick pine forests and far from town, this Reddit user was accustomed to the eerie calls of wildlife, coyotes, foxes, bobcats, and owls. But one night, while sitting in their living room, they heard something entirely different. When they stepped into the garage, an intense sense of unease washed over them. The sound seemed to come from all directions at once, impossible to pinpoint, loud and unnatural. Without a second thought, they hurried back inside. Even experts, friends, and animal control couldn't identify it. Can you figure out what it might be? Someone spotted a creepy figure sitting on a hill late at night. With its back to the camera, you can make out what looks like wings and a horn. It's kind of like a gargoyle, but bigger and more human shape, giving off a seriously unsettling vibe. Is it the devil, or is there some other explanation for this strange sight? A woman in Pembroke captured a video of an unidentified object falling from the sky at night while relaxing by her hot tub. The object had blinking lights, looked like it was on fire and fell very fast. Expecting a loud impact, she ran outside to see where it landed, but the object vanished quickly. She recorded an 8-second video showing the unusual sight. The FAA, local fire, and police said they received no reports of debris in the area. The woman hopes others might have seen it, reassuring herself she wasn't imagining it. As the sun set, a man heard strange noises during his walk back to his car after a long day. Then, something both fast-moving and unsettling happened.
Ooh!
Out of nowhere, a deer sprinted past him, followed by a second one. But the second deer startled him. Its neck was bent and hanging unnaturally, creating a disturbing sight. After recovering from the shock, he realized the deformity was likely a birth defect, though some speculated it could have been a shape-shifting skinwalker. Either way, it was a deeply unsettling encounter. While hanging out by the edge of a swamp, someone spotted a strange creature coming out of the water. At first, it was tough to see, but zooming in revealed 2 long, saber-tooth-like fangs. It moved through the water smoothly and silently, its terrifying face something you wouldn't forget anytime soon. What on earth could this thing be? The video features a diver alongside a peculiar creature. A juvenile bigfin squid, also called a magnon. Zooming out reveals an even larger bigfin squid in the background, highlighting just how enormous these animals can become. Fully grown, bigfin squids can exceed 15 feet in length, making them some of the deep sea's most remarkable and enigmatic creatures. Their sheer size and scale are truly awe-inspiring. This is a huge, ape-like creature covered in fur with a strong, muscular build, but its shape and moves more like a human than a regular ape. In the footage, it even seems aware of the camera, trying and failing to hide behind trees. The video keeps going in and out of focus, almost like someone's messing with it, which just makes it even more mysterious. Do you think it's real? A strange creature captured on a Florida home security camera has left people puzzled. The homeowner believes it could be a baby dinosaur, and many online users have chimed in, comparing it to Blue, the raptor from Jurassic World. The sighting is reminiscent of a 2019 Colorado video that showed an elf-like creature, which also remains unexplained. Some observers suggested more likely explanations, such as a sandhill crane or a dog wearing a cone with a leash dragging behind it. The creature's true identity is still a mystery. A man was playing outside with his dog when he captured this video. Upon reviewing it, he noticed something unusual, a shadowy presence lurking behind the dog as it entered the yard, almost as if it didn't want to be noticed. Its size and shape suggested it wasn't human, possibly a ghostly animal, or maybe even another dog. The man added that his dog had been acting strangely, as if interacting with something invisible, both unsettling and cute. While camping alone, a man heard strange noises. Upon arriving at the location, he noticed a foul smell, but continued exploring. In the distance, he saw something staring at him. The footage is unclear, but the figure resembles a Halloween costume, though it doesn't look lifelike. What do you think? Is it real? This video, shot in Yellowstone Park, shows a large humanoid figure moving through the area. The existence of the big guy has long been debated, with skeptics questioning which known animal it could be. Gorillas and chimps don't match its appearance, leaving Bigfoot as the most likely explanation. Yellowstone has a history of reported Bigfoot sightings, and if authentic, this footage could lend support to those claims. There are countless stories about weird creatures out there, some fake, some genuinely creepy. This clip shows a humanoid figure covered in thick, shiny hair that's both fascinating and terrifying. While it might look like a brand new cryptid, it's actually a prop from the horror movie Hail the Rat Man. If you stumbled across it in the dark without knowing, it would be downright terrifying. The filmmakers went all out on the details, especially the twisted head and mouth, making it look shockingly real. In the remote Alaskan wilderness, a camper captured footage that has stirred speculation about the legendary Bigfoot. Taken from a hidden camera tucked among the leaves, it shows a tall, ape-like creature moving through the woods on 2 legs. The sighting fits classic Bigfoot descriptions, but is it real or just a trick of perception? Something unusual is happening here. A man appears to be striking what looks like a fish-like creature with a metal tool. Instead of slicing through, sparks fly, suggesting a strong reaction between the tool and the creature's metallic surface. The real story behind this encounter is still a mystery. Could it be a living creature with a strange metal coating, or is it something more extraterrestrial? A woman was walking home late at night, the street strangely deserted except for a solitary figure far ahead.
Today's episode of Reed's Life is Not Real, yeah. There's a zombie that lives under this bridge now, bro, and he just screams. And I feel like one day he's gonna chase me, and I'm just ready for it.
As she draws closer, the figure suddenly rushes toward her.
On correctly, I usually have bare water in the bowl, so I can lick his head with it. I mean, I don't know water, but... Do you see what I'm trying to say? Life is insane. My life is not real. It's not real. It's a zombie. It's a real life zombie. One more time for the camera.
The moment feels like a scene from a nightmare, but she reacts just in time and manages to get home safely, though the terrifying encounter lingers in her mind. Someone walking through the woods at night shared this unsettling clip on Reddit. At first, they assumed it was a deer, but then they noticed the eyes were too high off the ground, making it seem more like something or someone standing tall. Since human eyes don't reflect light, it raises the question, what could it have been? In the footage, a man dressed in black is walking down a building's stairs when suddenly a body emerges from the ground and bounces aggressively. The man appears startled and nearly trips, but manages to steady himself and stares at the bizarre, lifeless figure. It's unclear whether the body transported from another dimension is the result of an alien abduction or something else. Some in the paranormal community speculate it's a woman, but there's no evidence of a fall, no blood, and the bounce doesn't match a fall from any height. Others suggest it could be a glitch or teleportation. With so few seconds of footage, the true explanation remains uncertain. There have been countless Bigfoot sightings, but this clip from Alaska really stands out. At first, it might look like a hoax, until the creature effortlessly lifts a tree. Its face looks surprisingly human, with eyes, a nose, lips, and a long beard, while the rest of its body is covered in dark fur. Standing at least 8 feet tall, its strength with the massive log rules out any human in a costume, leaving one likely explanation: Bigfoot. While hiking in the forest, a man spotted a beetle with a hole in its back. Its insides were dry and hollow, yet it kept moving. This is likely the result of a parasitic wasp, which lays eggs inside beetles. When the larvae hatch, they consume the beetle from the inside, leaving it hollow. The beetle can still move because its nervous system remains active, even though it is essentially dead. A Reddit user was driving through the forest late at night when they noticed something unusual. The footage shows an animal that looks like a wolf, coyote, or dog, but with a strikingly rare coat pattern. Many users speculated it might have vitiligo, a condition that affects pigmentation, while others shared similar sightings, including a famous black Labrador with a unique appearance. Regardless, the animal's haunting look left viewers both intrigued and unsettled. A trail cam deep in the woods caught a creature peeking out from behind a tree. It has light-colored fur, small dark eyes, a human-like but smaller nose, and tiny lips. The person who captured the footage thinks it might be a smaller Sasquatch, maybe a juvenile or a dwarf, since, like humans, Bigfoots could come in different sizes. Opinions in the paranormal community are split. Some say it's the best Sasquatch footage in years, while others insist it's a hoax. Do you think it's real? A guy was heading back to his car after a long hike when he noticed a house at the edge of the woods late at night, and what he ended up catching on camera was seriously unbelievable.
What is that? What?
On the rooftop, a pale creature crawls, its features chillingly matching what people say about a skinwalker. No one knows why it was there or what it was doing. If the house was empty, it might have been less alarming, but if someone lived there, who knows if they were safe. After seeing it, the man didn't stick around. He got out of there as fast as he could. While on a break at a construction site, a group of workers noticed something extraordinary. A creature unlike anything they'd seen moved across the site. They froze as it crept closer, stopped right in front of them, and then disappeared without a trace. No footprints, no evidence it had been there at all. The workers were left stunned, trying to comprehend what had just happened. While out in the woods, someone was suddenly startled by a strange noise. The sound didn't resemble any known animal, and it seemed to come from a huge creature. The person who shared the footage believes it could be Bigfoot, also called Sasquatch, a large, ape-like creature rumored to inhabit North American forests. Witnesses often report hearing deep, strange noises like this, which adds some credibility. However, it could also be human-made, perhaps a prank, or special equipment creating spooky sounds. What's your take? On a late night in May, 2 female security guards working their shift recorded something horrifying. Some criticized the guards for running, claiming security personnel shouldn't flee. But whatever it was appeared too translucent to be human, making their fear entirely understandable. A clip captured near a water body begins with a rocky surface. Soon, a massive creature appears, moving across the rocks from the left. Panning right, another similar creature comes into view. Their size relative to the rocks makes them appear like giants, but their bodies are oddly shaped. The recorder kept their distance, filmed the creatures, and left. They later uploaded the footage online, asking the paranormal community for insights. Some suggested aliens, others Bigfoots, or human giants. Deep in a dense forest, an explorer was out capturing the sights and sounds of nature when a twisted, towering tree with gnarled roots caught their eye. Suddenly, a rustle revealed a strange figure behind it, about 7 feet tall. It had a skeletal, almost puppet-like frame. Its face looked more bone than flesh, and a long, bony arm reached toward the camera, fingers stretching out as if by instinct. The encounter leaves many questions. What is this creature? What secrets do these woods hide? And why does it seem intent on stopping the filming without actually causing harm? A couple visited the Appalachian Mountains to film a project, but as they worked, they heard something unusual.
Okay, so here's scene 7.
Okay.
It looks okay, but I am thinking we're gonna have to redo scene 7. It might be okay.
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that
little
was
cold.
that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. Maybe we should
Okay, let's back up.
head back. Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should.
Fear set in, but instead of panicking, they quietly packed up, got into their car, and left as quickly as possible. In Appalachian folklore, whistling at night is forbidden, believed to attract spirits, or something far worse. Legends say that the sound of whistling serves as a warning that something is drawing near. A woman was washing dishes when this happened. Out of nowhere, the cupboard swung open and the bowl she was using slid across the sink. It all happened so fast, she barely had time to react. She wasn't hurt, but some people do report more intense experiences. These violent spirits, called poltergeists, are known for turning their tantrums into physical events. Objects flying, strange noises, or even a fireplace lighting on its own. Could this have been a poltergeist, or is it just reading too much into it? On the edge of town, 3 men ventured into the woods at night, aiming to discover unusual phenomena. One brought along a camera and a light to document their adventure. Their exploration took a shocking turn when they stumbled upon a lifeless body on the ground. Looming above it was a strange creature, a humanoid with large goat horns and a goat-like face. The creature appeared caught in the moment, waved dismissively, and then returned its attention to its meal. The YouTuber from Unknowns thinks this might be a completely new, undiscovered creature spotted during a solo mountain camping trip. On the other hand, it could just be someone in a costume, or even a person with harmful intentions following him. There's no clear sign of paranormal activity, but danger can't be ruled out. Do you think it's real or just a hoax? A man was driving down a country highway late at night when he spotted some unusual movement and decided to start recording. On the left side, a pale, creepy figure lurked in the shadows on all fours. It didn't look like any normal animal, more like a human. Was it just a disturbed person, or something far stranger, like a cryptid? A man was filming the night sky at an undisclosed location when something incredible occurred. A figure dressed in white, seemingly with wings, suddenly appeared above some power lines. As it emerged, the lines started sparking, accompanied by a loud zapping noise. While many suggest it was just a camera flare from the light, it undeniably resembled an angel. On June 8, 2022, a news segment covered a strange sighting in Texas. Video captured an unknown, wolf-like figure walking along a perimeter fence around 1 a.m. No animals or people were harmed, and there were no signs of entry. The city encouraged the community to submit ideas about what it might be, inviting the public to have fun with the mystery. Some joked it could be a chupacabra or even an alien. The figure's identity remains unexplained, sparking online discussion and playful speculation. Lately, with UFO and paranormal sightings on the rise, unusual events are harder to ignore. A surveillance camera caught a bright object flying through the sky. It might be a bird, but it doesn't really look like one. A resident also spotted it that night. Could it be a UFO? There's no way to know. Reddit user ale_oops shared some security cam footage from their house deep in a remote forest. Around 1 a.m., the video shows a pale, ghostly figure walking around. On closer look, it seems semi-transparent as it disappears inside the house. Some viewers think it's a ghost, while others argue it could just be a prowler distorted by the cheap night vision camera. Ale_oops says they wouldn't have shared it if they were sure it was just a person. Early in the morning, strange creaking sounds were heard at a local gym. Upon checking, a gym machine was seen moving on its own. Footage from a quiet neighborhood near a parking lot shows a black machine in motion, as if someone is working out, yet no one is around. Could a ghost be behind this? Or is there a more logical explanation? Late one night, a group of friends was traveling along a lonely, winding mountain road toward a remote cabin when they came face to face with a frightening experience.
Смотрите, сколько снега!
Снежище-то какое!
Смотри, как классно! Вообще вся дорога такая в снегу! Вообще, что это? Что?
The figure moved as if it didn't even notice the car speeding past. Unsurprisingly, the friends were shaken and uneasy about staying nearby, unsure of what they had just witnessed. A guy kept hearing weird, unexplainable noises around his village in the Alps. Curious and a little uneasy, he went to check them out, and what he saw was absolutely terrifying.
Учили ми се као да е мрднало мало.
In the distance, he spotted tall, hooded figures gathered around a lightning rod, seemingly performing some kind of ritual. He later called the encounter unforgettable and life-changing. But the big question is, who were they, and what exactly were they doing? This footage is truly unsettling. A homeowner caught an eerie creature perched on his roof. It looks spider-like, but its legs, or more like tentacles, surround its entire body. Though stationary, it moves rhythmically, almost like it's breathing. Some call it a hoax, while others suggest it could be a human-eating spider. Could this be a new species, or just clever CGI? Encountering something like this would be terrifying, but what's your take? Beautiful and almost fairy tale-like. This moth was discovered in 2009 by zoologist Dr. Arthur Anker in Venezuela's Gran Sabana region. Its body is pure white, except for its dark eyes and wing spots. Despite the footage, the moth remains mysterious and controversial. Very little information exists, and some believe it's just a misidentified silk moth. The debate highlights how much we still have to learn about our planet. While hiking through the forest at night, someone was filming a quiet railway track when they accidentally caught something genuinely terrifying on camera. A strange black figure suddenly appeared, crossing the tracks before vanishing into thin air. The video's poor quality makes it impossible to tell what it actually was. Footage captured deep in the woods records a series of strange sounds claimed to be from a Bigfoot.
What is that? Hear that?
The noises, a mix of howls, barks, screams, and low grunts, eerily match vocalizations reported in other Bigfoot hotspots across North America. The sounds echo through the trees, rising and falling in pitch, almost as if communicating or marking territory. Many believe Bigfoots are behind it, but it could also be wildlife reacting to mating season or other natural causes. What do you think is making these sounds? Spending time camping alone deep in the forest can feel like a serene retreat, but that peace can vanish in an instant when something strange disrupts the quiet. One campus tale shows this perfectly. Take a look.
You guys ever seen the Blair Witch Project? But damn, this is just giving me Blair Witch Project vibe.
As he was getting ready for bed, he began hearing odd sounds and felt an unsettling sense that he wasn't alone. When he went to check, a voice suddenly came out of the darkness. "Did you hear that?" the voice whispered. "I see you." Even though fear gripped him, he cautiously moved toward the sound, but there was no one there.
Whew. Okay. That was creepy. I need to get out of here.
After a few minutes, he felt like someone, or something, was following him. Panicked, he tried to find his way back to camp but got lost. Luckily, he made it back safe. The creepy part? He never found out what was making the noise, leaving him and everyone else wondering, was it just a prankster or something supernatural? A trail camera in the woods of Harrison County, Indiana, was set up to capture deer, but ended up photographing something far stranger. Triggered by heat and motion late at night, it recorded a thin, upright figure with glowing eyes. The term "not deer" is used for creatures that look like deer, but move strangely or appear deformed, often associated with paranormal activity. Some believe they are skinwalkers, malicious spirits that mimic animals to blend in. Whatever it was definitely not a deer. The footage captures strange movements in the waters of Telemark, Norway, movements that water wouldn't normally make on its own. The cause is uncertain, but it could be underwater currents, schools of fish, or hidden objects beneath the surface. The faint sound of a boat engine suggests human activity, yet no boat appears on camera, making the scene even more mysterious. The mention of Selma from Norwegian folklore brings a mythical angle to the mystery. Known as a large, serpent-like lake creature, Selma is thought by some to be behind the unusual movements in the footage. To figure out what's really going on, input from marine biologists, environmental scientists, or experienced fishermen would be needed, as it's difficult to tell without expert knowledge. For those familiar with these waters, what do you see happening in the video? A hiker was returning to his car when he spotted a strange light near a structure. Curious, he went closer and came across something unexpected. Take a look.
Bro, dude, what?
It turned out to be a frog glowing from the inside. Feeling uneasy, he chose to leave it alone. Later, he discovered the frog had eaten a firefly, producing an effect that was both fascinating and slightly eerie. In a video shared by YouTuber Mr. Illusion, a weird figure is seen walking through the woods, headless and holding something like a sickle. Some say it might just be a person with a jacket over their head, but many paranormal fans believe it's really headless. The footage is clear enough to watch closely. What do you think? Is it a zombie, a hoax, or something else? A man was hiking through dense woods late at night when, out of nowhere, he suddenly spotted this. Two bright eyes glowed at him from the dark, but that wasn't the whole story. Just beneath them, a faint red light, or maybe another eye, also seemed to watch. The figure stayed hidden in the shadows, impossible to make out. Could it have been an animal or something much more sinister? Some creatures remain hidden in the world's forests, and trail cam footage can really challenge what's considered possible. In this clip, a towering figure moves across the camera's view with impossibly long, thin legs. Its body seems to defy normal anatomy. There are no standard limbs, just a single neck curving like a question mark, ending in a strange head. While it appears lifelike, there's a lingering doubt that it could be an elaborate hoax. This creepy photo was shared on Reddit by a user named ParticularMap99, who said it was taken by their cousin's trail cam in northern Wisconsin just before hunting season. Looking to identify the figure, they turned to Reddit for answers. The figure doesn't look like a typical hunter. Its appearance is far from normal hunting gear. Some think it could be something supernatural, while others suggest it might just be a person in unusual clothing. Birds were seen suddenly dropping out of the sky. Authorities suggest they might have inhaled something toxic or experienced electrical shocks while flying, which could explain the behavior. However, another theory is that the birds were somehow frozen in the atmosphere and only fell when they thawed. It's also possible that a strange glitch affected their flight, causing them to lose control for a few seconds before the fall. In the Adirondack Mountains, a Reddit user spotted something odd after zooming in on a photo taken at their camp. Two red eyes seem to be staring right at the camera. Some think it might be taillights, but there's no car or road in sight. The poster, familiar with the area, says it's not vehicle-related. Critics mentioned there's no daytime shot for comparison, but the unusual detail was only noticed once they got home. Could it be something sinister? While looking through a clear glass window, a woman noticed something unusual in the water. Curious, she zoomed in with a camera and was surprised to see a group of men sitting at a table, seemingly in the middle of the sea. The scene is truly puzzling. How could it even happen? Some think it might be a reflection from the room on the glass window, but that only brings up more questions. How could a simple reflection make it look so convincingly like men are sitting at a table in the middle of the sea? In Madrid, Spain, a person noticed an unknown object in the sky and was able to film it, zooming in for a closer look. The object spun in the air, its shape vaguely familiar but impossible to identify. As it descended, a high-pitched alarm rang out. It twirled for about a minute and a half before abruptly veering to the right and disappearing. Some insisted it was just a balloon, while others speculated it could be part of an alien encounter. After finishing a long hike, a Reddit user caught footage of a frightening lightning storm while driving home last summer. While concentrating on the road, he didn't notice that his camera had inadvertently recorded something unusual in the sky. Some think it resembles a night owl or a bat, but to him, it appeared strange and out of place. Was it a bird caught mid-flight, a smudge on his window, or something far more mysterious? While exploring a haunted forest, a man took several photos hoping to catch something unusual. Most of the shots look normal at first, but in one picture, something or someone seems to be peeking out from behind a tree. Who or what was caught on camera that night? While driving through Davidsonville, Maryland, a man and his friend noticed something strange.
Get out of here. Back up, ground.
At first, nothing was noticeable, but on closer look, a black mass appeared on the camera.
There it is again. I see it. Get out of here. Go.
Even more bizarre is how the object vanished in under a second. The speed of its movement gives the video a sense of authenticity and leaves people wondering what they actually saw. One evening, a man standing just outside the woods recorded strange sounds unlike anything he was used to hearing. The noises were eerie and unsettling, prompting him to seek help online. Many listeners who heard the recording speculated that a Bigfoot or Dogman could be behind the sounds, given their mysterious and animal-like nature. What do you think might have caused them? The person who captured the footage initially thought they'd stumbled upon a creature of the night. Upon closer inspection, however, it turned out to be just an owl perched in the trees, its wide eyes and silent movements giving it a surprisingly eerie presence. It's easy to see how the initial impression could be mistaken for something more sinister. Imagine dedicating an entire segment to a monster that was really nothing more than a nocturnal bird. While hiking in the dense forests of British Columbia, a man caught a strange moment on camera. For a brief second, a weird head with bright white eyes and an unnatural appearance appeared between the tree branches, before vanishing as the footage ended. The sighting leaves more questions than answers, and considering British Columbia's reputation for cryptid sightings and strange phenomena, some believe it might be real. One morning, a truck driver went to work following his usual routine. He was surprised when he opened his truck door and discovered this. The truck's wheels were spinning violently, and the gear was moving up and down, but the truck wasn't running or even starting. It's unclear what caused this. Some speculate it could be a ghost or some unexplained phenomenon. With trail cams, wildlife and occasional odd phenomena are often captured, but some footage goes beyond the ordinary. In this clip, set against lush greenery, an unexpected figure appears, a naked man crawling slowly across the ground. The reason for his behavior is unknown, leaving questions about his motive and fate, adding another mysterious entry to the record of unexplained events. A woman in North Carolina was walking her dog when eerie, echoing sounds filled the forest, prompting her to start recording. The sounds were deep and primal, unlike anything produced by known animals in the area. Locals say similar noises occur each year, usually between late January and February, often called Bigfoot season due to reported sightings. The noises might be mating calls, territorial signals, or something entirely different. While some think they're just animals, like coyotes or owls, others are convinced they have a more mysterious origin. What's your take? While walking in the woods, someone recorded intriguing footage of something unusual high in the trees. Among the dense leaves, a shifting outline seemed almost invisible, blending perfectly with the foliage. Was it an unknown creature with remarkable camouflage, or merely a trick of light and movement? An adventurer was in the woods at night when he heard eerie sounds. a woman screaming for help. He searched but found nothing and quickly left. In the comments, someone shared a similar experience from 5 years ago. Some believe this could be a case of a skinwalker, as they are said to mimic human voices to lure victims. What would you do if you heard someone calling for help in the woods at night? In 2023, curious tourists at the Black Sea captured footage of 2 or 3 mysterious beings in the water, resembling the legendary Loch Ness Monster with small heads and long necks. Since its first reported sighting in 1933, there have been many alleged sightings worldwide. Could this be the first real evidence of the creature? Share your thoughts in the comments. While exploring in nature, a Reddit user spotted a huge black creature eating from a tree. Initially, it seemed like a cryptid sighting, but it turned out to be a black bear standing upright. Many commenters proposed that bears in unusual positions might be the source of numerous cryptid legends. A hiker in the woods noticed a mysterious figure in the distance, partly hidden by foliage. Zooming in, dark fur and a large size became visible. At first, the hiker thought it might be a bear or gorilla, but the creature's unusual height raises questions. Could this be a sighting of the legendary Bigfoot? Like many encounters like this, it sparks debate about the existence of cryptids. What's your take? The video shows a bright, unusual light in the night sky. A glowing circle emerges from it and moves around, resembling a portal. Many viewers speculate it might be a hoax, with some believing it's CGI and others thinking it's a blue beam projection. Its authenticity is uncertain, but the clip is clearly unusual. In the clip, a man is seen floating in the sky with no visible support. The sight has sparked debate online. Some think he's possessed, others believe something invisible is holding him up, and some suspect a hoax. A law enforcement officer was present, adding some credibility, while others suggest it could be an otherworldly being. With little background information, it's hard to determine its authenticity. What do you think is happening? A Swedish YouTuber named Alan, who focuses on true crime, was filming in the woods at night when she captured something unusual. A creature with a small head and glowing eyes peeked from behind a tree before disappearing. It didn't look human or like any typical animal. Some suggested it might be a nocturnal animal, but with its long hair, it resembled neither a lion nor a horse. So, what could it have been? The deep sea is one of Earth's most mysterious and least explored areas. Recently, a camera recorded a black, gooey creature at a depth of 6,000 feet. Scientists and oceanographers are baffled, unable to identify it or determine its traits. The creature seems featureless, with no visible appendages. Some think it could be a type of deep-sea jellyfish, while others believe it might be a completely new species. Its potential threat to humans or other marine life remains unknown. Have you ever seen anything like this? Share your thoughts. In Canada's vast wilderness, footage captures a giant bull moose standing an impressive 7 feet tall. Its massive frame and powerful muscles command attention, while its enormous, majestic antlers crown its head, emphasizing its dominance in the wild. The moose moves its head, surveying its surroundings, a living testament to the strength and mystery of nature. Have you ever seen or recorded such a magnificent creature? Animals can be adorable, but strange behavior over time can be unsettling. In this clip, a man is walking his dog, which starts funny as it walks on 2 legs. Yet the dog keeps walking like that down the street until it disappears around a corner. The sight is eerie. Most dogs can't maintain that for so long. Could it be possessed, or has it somehow learned to walk upright? Consider that before commenting. The next clip shows a creature being freed from ice. What the person expected to be an Ice Age animal instead looked completely otherworldly. It was blue, with human-like arms and legs, a baby-like face, but an adult-sized body. Online, theories ran wild. Some suggested it was an ancient relic frozen in time, while others thought it might have a cosmic origin. Skeptics argued it's likely an elaborate hoax, possibly photoshopped. While verification is difficult, it's hard not to wonder, what if it's real? On March 9, 2023, marine biologists observed hundreds of jellyfish-like creatures called by-the-wind sailors floating in the Pacific Ocean just 2 miles off Orange County near Dana Wharf. Some have already washed up on beaches in Huntington Beach, the South Bay, and areas farther north. Huntington Beach. Marine safety confirmed there are no plans to close the beaches. In July 2025, visitors to a San Diego beach spotted tiny, shimmering purple seashells scattered along the sand. Scientists at UCSD's Scripps Institution of Oceanography are tracking these unusual appearances. The shells belong to a species of sea snails normally found only in tropical and subtropical waters, but they have recently appeared on La Jolla shores. Researchers believe the snails and their shells are being carried to Southern California by warmer than usual ocean currents. The shells have a unique coating, nicknamed bubble wrap, which allows them to float in the water. A homeowner in South Carolina was jolted awake by eerie noises outside at night. Checking his porch security camera, he saw no creatures, but captured haunting sounds. A mix of long howls and low growls. Many viewers thought the noises resembled cryptids, like Bigfoot or Dogman, while others suggested a werewolf, black bear, or mountain lion. But the combination of growls and chilling howls left many baffled. A trail cam picked up a creepy scene in the woods around 3 a.m. A strange mist or smoke-like substance seemed to emerge from above the camera, creating an eerie atmosphere. Some speculate it could be the breath of a very large creature, given its size and its position above the camera, apparently watching grazing deer. What do you think could be causing this steam? Share your thoughts. The video shows a humanoid figure in a long white robe, floating in the sky with arms outstretched. Definitely not something you see every day. Some think it could be aliens or a hoax, while others suggest it might be a blue beam projection. Basically a theory that governments or powerful groups use tech to create holograms in the sky to fake supernatural or alien events. What's your take on it? A dad brought his child to a park in Rhode Island, but before even stepping out of the car, they noticed something unsettling. One swing was moving on its own, even though there was no wind. All the other swings remained still, and the surrounding trees were calm. This eerie sight made the family wonder if something supernatural could be involved. Does anyone have another explanation? Check out this creature seen moving across the water's surface. Zooming in, its long, sleek body and shiny skin make it look unusual. Could it be a clever eel or a venomous sea snake gliding through the waves? Its movements are smooth and almost too precise, adding to the mystery. No one can say for sure whether it's real or CGI. What's your take on this strange sighting? While on a calm camping trip, a couple noticed a weird handprint on their car window. It looked greasy and smelled pretty bad. At first, the guy thought his girlfriend was joking, but she swore she had nothing to do with it.
I swear to God, I'm you. That is what up right there.
The handprint was a bit bigger than a human's and looked kind of primate-like. The couple couldn't figure out what made it. Maybe a monkey, an ape, a gorilla, Bigfoot, or even the mysterious Dogman. They took a good look, trying to spot any clues. What do you think left it? At first glance, the creature looks like an ape, but it's standing and moving upright, something apes don't do. It appears to be a mature Bigfoot, and on closer inspection, it seems to have a baby on its back. This makes the footage especially rare, as no other images like this are known to exist. Do you think it's real, or could it be a cleverly planned hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments. A recent sighting caught a strange figure in the sky. At first, people only noticed it as a tiny dot, but looking closer at the footage, it appeared to have a weird, fascinating shape. Some guessed it might be an angel, thinking of biblical descriptions, but there's no proof. Its true nature is still a mystery. One unsettling video shows a dog repeatedly pressing the button that says Grandpa.
Grandpa isn't here right now.
Grandpa here.
No, he isn't here. He's gone, Molly. What are you looking at? Grandpa, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my.
The confused owner responds that Grandpa isn't there yet, but the dog keeps staring at the couch and pressing the button.
Grandpa isn't here right now.
Grandpa here.
No, he isn't here. He's gone, Molly. What are you looking at?
Grandpa.
Grandpa, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Suddenly, two distinct dents appear in the cushions, as if someone had just sat down. The owner is clearly freaked out, leaving the question, could the dog have sensed something supernatural that no one else could? While hiking through a secluded forest, a man unexpectedly encountered something disturbing. A tall, dark figure among the trees that resembled a cross between a human and an ape covered in black fur. He kept his distance, which made it difficult to identify the creature. This trail cam footage is a fascinating glimpse into the quiet and sometimes strange side of the forest. Shot by an anonymous hiker, it captures a dense stretch of woods with towering trees, thick underbrush, and shafts of sunlight breaking through the canopy. Amid this serene setting, unusual echoing sounds ripple through the air, making the scene feel eerie. What's causing them is anyone's guess. Maybe it's someone playing a trick with layered sound effects, or maybe even a Sasquatch lurking just out of sight. What do you think could be behind those mysterious noises? This clip was captured in India. Take a look. When viewing this UFO UAP, the uploader believes it's an alien ship. It appears to have lights beneath it and is unusually visible, unlike most UFOs that try to stay cloaked. Lately, UFO sightings seem more frequent and bolder. Are they trying to send a message, or is there something we should be preparing for? Jessica Ortiz from Compton, California, got a huge scare when she saw something strange on her Ring camera around 1 a.m.
You know, it didn't look like anything I've ever seen before.
The video shows a figure with an oblong-shaped head and unusual body, sparking speculation that it could be an alien, reminiscent of the one from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The footage has been viewed millions of times, and theories about the figure vary. Some suggest it's a person carrying a jacket or trash bags, while crime scene investigator Scott Roeder believes it could be a non-human creature, even creating a 3D model estimating it to be 3 to 4 feet tall. A forensic video expert, however, says it could also be a small person or a child walking across the yard. The true identity of the figure remains unconfirmed. During a calm afternoon, a peculiar formation caught attention in the sky. A cloud unmistakably resembles a man in motion. Is it just pareidolia, or could it be something more? The sight has sparked plenty of debate online. Bizarre jellyfish-like creatures known as by-the-wind sailors have returned to Southern California beaches a year after millions were spotted between Ventura and San Diego counties. They were recently seen washing up along Newport Beach and other coastal areas. These creatures are not individual animals, but colonies of many tiny animals living together under a small sail-like structure that allows them to float on the ocean surface and drift with the wind. They are related to jellyfish and Portuguese man-of-war, and their tentacles contain mild stinging cells, so it's advised not to touch them. Normally, they are found far offshore, and sightings along beaches usually occur once a year or so. This photo from North Queensland, Australia, captures a strange creature seen by a person walking through the bush. It was smaller than a human, covered in dark fur, and stood still long enough for a quick snapshot. Experts are now studying the image. Some suggest it could be an Australian yowie, a Bigfoot-like creature, while others think it might be an unknown species. What's your take? Yowie or something entirely different? A video shows a body of water that looks entirely red, though the uploader didn't reveal its location. While it may bring the Red Sea to mind, that name isn't actually due to its color. Around the world, several bodies of water appear red because of natural causes. One common reason is red algae blooms, such as Carenia brevis, which can turn water reddish-brown and sometimes release toxins that affect marine life and humans. Lake Natron in Tanzania gets its vivid red hue from microorganisms that produce red pigments in its highly alkaline waters. Bolivia's Laguna Colorado also has a red red tint, caused by red algae and plankton thriving in its shallow, mineral-rich waters, creating a stark contrast with the surrounding white salt flats. So while there are red seas, many of them are actually lakes. While hiking in the forest, a hiker caught a strange howl that went on for a while before suddenly stopping. The sound didn't match any known animal, giving it a spooky vibe. When the video was shared online, one person commented that it sounded like Bigfoot. The comment sparked renewed debates about cryptids, with Bigfoot being a legendary figure in folklore, frequently seen but never proven. Now people are wondering, could these chilling howls really come from the elusive Bigfoot, or maybe some unknown creature roaming the wilderness? The person filming this footage had gone out to his farm, hoping for a relaxing time, but that was soon interrupted by strange noises from a creature he couldn't see.
Just out of sight. Like usual.
Initially, he ignores the strange noises, but his girlfriend hears them as well. One night, he climbs onto the roof to check but finds nothing. The sounds continue for several days until he finally comes face to face with the creature, or one of them, on a cold night. He attempts to issue verbal warnings, but poor lighting and low-quality footage make it difficult to identify, with only its eyes visible. Many in the paranormal community speculate it could be a skinwalker or a rake. This trail cam footage shows a strange creature with a skeletal face and a body covered in thick fur. It stands amid dense, tangled bushes, staring unblinkingly at the camera. What could this mysterious being be? And what could explain such a creepy encounter? The questions remain, leaving a chilling sense of the unknown. Late at night, a group of friends was spending time outdoors when they noticed something eerie.
What is that? Guys, what is that?
A strange face emerged from the darkness, its pale, hairless features looking far from human. Unfortunately, the footage ends before showing what happened next, leaving the mystery unresolved. Take a look at this backyard security footage, showing something truly eerie. The night begins peacefully, but then a tall, pale figure steps out of the shadows. Standing around 8 to 9 feet tall, dressed in black with glowing eyes, it towers over the nearby trees. Could it be a zombie on the move, or something else entirely? Its size is definitely not human. What's your guess? A mysterious creature was caught on nighttime surveillance camera in a backyard in upstate New York. Its identity is unknown, and viewers are being invited to share their guesses in the comments. This mysterious creature is a bristly worm called the bearded fireworm. While it may appear harmless, its bristles can pierce the skin and deliver a painful sting, leading to burning, swelling, and irritation that can last for hours or even days. These worms are typically found in shallow waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, often hiding among coral reefs and rocky crevices. Their venomous bristles act as a defense mechanism while they feed on small marine animals. Striking yet dangerous, bearded fireworms are a reminder that nature's most vivid colors often come with a warning. Stay cautious if you encounter one in the wild. In Oklahoma City, Carol Dillon and her family have been awakened nightly by a mysterious winged creature banging against their patio door. Carol tried to scare it away using a skeleton, a plastic owl, and bug bombs, but nothing worked. Theories about the culprit include a bat or a large moth attracted to the lights, though the exact identity remains unknown. Carol plans to screen her porch to keep the creature away. This 2019 video shows a figure walking along the edge of a woodland. The figure appears ghostly and semi-transparent, leading some viewers to suggest it might be a spirit. Others speculate it could be a cryptid, a mythical, or undiscovered creature. Of course, it could also be a trick of the light or an elaborate hoax. Is this a paranormal sighting or something more ordinary? An observer shared a video of a peculiar cloud that has left many baffled. The cloud features straight, clean lines, almost like it was shaped with a ruler, making it look unnaturally geometric compared to typical fluffy clouds. Some suggest it's a rare atmospheric phenomenon, while others speculate it could involve weather manipulation, or something even more mysterious. Is this natural, or is there something unusual going on? The Glimmerman is said to be a transparent creature that blends into its surroundings, usually found in woods and difficult to spot. In 2014, Bigfoot researchers in the Washington woodland captured footage of one moving on the ground. It appeared and disappeared quickly. The camera recorded it, though it's unclear how other Glimmermen might react to being exposed. The footage raises the question, is this the real creature, or are the researchers seeking attention? A man was in his car, ready to head home after a walk, when he noticed something strange near another vehicle. Feeling uneasy, he snapped 4 photos and later shared them on Reddit. The images showed a mysterious white figure moving around. He found it odd that anyone would be walking there in the dark, dressed in white, and the figure didn't appear as clear as a normal person, leading him to believe it might be a ghost. He left the area feeling scared and in disbelief. Witnesses have reported a bright ball of light appearing suddenly, followed by an intense stroke of light seemingly aimed at a specific spot. In one case, the light was seen descending toward Earth. The phenomenon remains unexplained, leaving people to wonder whether it's natural or something more sinister. Scientists have no definitive explanation. Some suggest atmospheric causes, while others speculate it could involve extraterrestrial activity. What do you think it is? In 2022, an image circulated online from the US showing a dark-furred creature walking in a river. Roughly 7 feet tall and bipedal, the creature has baffled experts who have tried to find a logical explanation. Its posture doesn't match any known bear or monkey, leading many to believe it could be Bigfoot. What do you think? Could it be real? Share your thoughts in the comments. While flying over a forest, a drone captured something moving below with massive strides, covering more ground than a human could. Zooming in, the pilot thought it might be the legendary Bigfoot, covered in brown fur and matching typical Bigfoot descriptions. True to its elusive reputation, the creature vanished into the trees. Could this really be Bigfoot, or is it something else entirely? A trail cam owner captured a strange image that, after enhancement, revealed a large creature walking in the dark. Roughly 7 feet tall, it matches the classic Bigfoot description, and many in the paranormal community believe it's Bigfoot, though some feel something seems off. What do you think this could be? Another UFO sighting comes with a curious twist. Witnesses say they saw a craft hovering in the sky shaped like an acorn. While saucer and octopus-shaped UFOs are more familiar, this unusual design has stirred speculation among both enthusiasts and skeptics. Could it be evidence of new alien technology, or is there a more down-to-earth explanation? While driving through town, a viewer saw a small plane seemingly suspended in midair, motionless. Baffled, he recorded it and uploaded the clip online. Many believed it was CGI, while others thought it was an illusion, sparking heated debates in the comments. What do you think? Real or trick of the eye? There are plenty of stories about people capturing footage of skinwalkers, but this one stands out. At Skinwalker Ranch, someone filming in a remote area spotted a strange creature perched on some rocks. At first, it looked like a crouched human, but slowly it began transforming from the feet up into a cat-like form, eventually turning into a dark panther. Once fully transformed, it leapt over the rocks and disappeared into the wilderness. The person filming was clearly shaken. This fits with the typical lore of skinwalkers, who are said to be shapeshifters, able to take on any animal form. What do you make of this eerie encounter? One morning, a man walked into his garage and found over 30 deer just hanging out, staring at him like he didn't exist. Surprisingly, he wasn't bothered and simply went out to feed them. It's a mysterious and unforgettable wake-up call. This video may upset some paranormal fans, but it makes interesting points. It shows alleged Bigfoot footage analyzed and debunked by a man. The creature looked odd and didn't match typical Bigfoot traits. Facial comparisons showed its features and proportions were off, and its blinking appeared natural, unlike a primate's. He concluded it was likely animatronic, though this doesn't discredit all Bigfoot sightings. It's unclear whether this is a glitch straight out of the Matrix or an augmented reality meteor shower. Unusual lights appeared to descend from the sky into the river, creating a strange scene. Some say it might be fireworks, but the eerie atmosphere makes that explanation seem unlikely. What do you think? A trail cam recorded a chilling scene, a figure with a skull-like head lurking in the night. Hoping to capture ordinary woodland animals, the owner instead caught this unsettling presence, which some describe as a ghostly form with extinguished flames. While skeptics suspect a hoax, others in the paranormal community recall encountering similar entities in childhood. What's your take? Could this be real, or just a trick of the camera? Pareidolia is frequently mentioned when people spot shapes in clouds, like the massive, city-like formation seen in this footage. The clouds appear to create the illusion of a shadowy skyline with towering buildings. While Pareidolia explains our brain's habit of finding familiar patterns and randomness, some viewers wonder if it could suggest something more, perhaps a hidden or cloaked city in the sky. Theories range from holographic projections and alternate dimensions to brief glitches revealing hidden worlds. Could this be a secret city glimpsed by chance, or just a trick of the clouds? Bigfoots are often linked to mountain caves, but in forests, they're said to create structures like this. On the forest floor sits a wooden shelter made from large branches, carefully woven together and secured with twigs and leaves. The craftsmanship points to an intelligent being. What other animal could build something like this? It's easy to see why so many Bigfoot reports mention broken trees. These creatures might be making shelters. With this kind of smarts, it makes you wonder what else they're capable of, or planning. The clip starts off like an ordinary video, but a few seconds in, things become strange. Some animals cast no shadows, and while the pups play, one runs into another and disappears on impact, as if being absorbed, something that shouldn't be possible according to physics. What's your take? Share your thoughts in the comments. While doing routine cleaning, a girl discovered a deeply unsettling hole in her wall that led directly into her neighbor's house.
I just got home and I see this hole in my wall, and next door I have a really creepy. Let's take a look. What the? Oh my!
The perfectly round, precise hole suggested it was deliberately made, raising questions about who could have created it. Was it a nosy neighbor spying, or something more innocent like part of the original structure, or a forgotten utility passage? Either way, the thought of someone watching you in your own home is deeply unnerving and makes you question your sense of security. UFO sightings keep getting attention and often make the news. Recently in Germany, someone reported seeing a triangular-shaped object in the sky. It could be a drone or some other human-made technology. But the question is, could it be something from outer space? In 2005, a company driver exploring the forests of Quebec, Canada, captured a serene forest stream on camera. Later, while reviewing the footage, he spotted a bizarre creature peering from behind the bushes. At first thought to be Bigfoot, the being stood 6 to 8 feet tall, walked upright, and had a dog-like face with a long snout and a triangular head framed by silver hair down to its shoulders. The rest of its body was covered in black fur. It appeared to be holding a white-furred animal, possibly a dog, with a blood-stained face, suggesting it was feeding on it. Many in the paranormal community think this could be a dog man. What do you make of it? A couple went hiking in the woods when they came across a small carcass hanging from a tree. At first, they thought it might be a sloth or a bat, but closer inspection proved otherwise. They planned to take it down for a better look, but before they could, a flock of crows swooped in and devoured it. Considering the many superstitions surrounding crows, it felt eerie that they arrived just as the couple and park authorities were about to investigate. The whole encounter left them with chills, as something about the situation felt deeply unsettling. Urban Exploration is a channel that dives into abandoned, creepy, and forgotten places. The hosts stay anonymous and have a reputation for going where most people wouldn't dare, driven by curiosity and a need to see what's lurking in the dark. On this night, they tried something new, using the Randonautica app, which gives random coordinates to see where it might take them. Before heading out, they paused to say a quick prayer, quietly acknowledging that these spots might hold more than just old dust and decay.
Dear Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, please be with us tonight. We don't know what we're about to go to, so please give us protection. Please protect all who watch this video as well. It's through you, Christ, we know that all things are possible. Now, Rob and I decided, so many people were asking us to do this Randonautica app, see where it takes us, but we went to 4 locations and they were all creepy. But then the 5th time that we did it, it took us to, like, in the middle of nowhere and down this road. And there's an abandoned, like, trailer behind us. Now, I don't know what to expect. Rob doesn't know what to expect. We were very reluctant to, Alright. So there's this field, but there's a house back there, and it's obviously occupied. Very odd. Okay, so the first place is kind of a bust. So
it did say creepy. That is a creepy place.
Right.
So it's not like the experiment's still going on.
Right.
It still fits the criteria.
It fits the criteria. So we're gonna try a new place. Now the way this works again, guys.
Like this is the app. Like look how weird that looks.
Right. And then it tells you to concentrate on what you're thinking. So we're gonna concentrate on.
That's crazy.
Whoa, bro, that is a creepy place. Look at that one. People live there, man.
Look at that.
Wow. How do you live in there with no walls on the side? I mean, really? I mean, wait a second. Look at that house. That house is like halfway up on cinder blocks.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Are we here?
Yeah, it's the spot right here.
It took us here, guys. Private property. Wait a second. It probably took us to this place. Back there. What is that? I think that's where it's taking us. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now.
Do you think that's a beam?
I don't know, man.
It's really hard to say.
Alright, so this is the location it took us to now. The problem is that we can't tell if it's abandoned now, but it does look like the grass is cut, so.
At first, the app just led them to dead ends, suburban streets, well-lit houses, nothing like the creepy abandoned spots they were hoping for. But each wrong turn only made them more determined. As night fell, the mood changed. Driving down long, empty roads that felt miles from safety, they spotted headlights in the rearview mirror, bright, steady, and following them too closely to be a coincidence. Whether it was paranoia or someone actually tailing them, the feeling of being hunted was real. Finally, the coordinates brought them to a narrow, forgotten road that ended at a rundown property.
Wait, this is it? What is that? It's just the woods, bro.
No, there's a mailbox there. Or, well, what used to be a mailbox.
Oh. So this is where the Randonautica took us on our 5th attempt.
Okay.
Hey, there's a place right there. Look. That's an abandoned house. Dude, it's freaky right now. Guys, this is so weird. Okay, we're gonna do this, I guess. Alright, so the lawn is not cut. Alright, and this is it.
Yeah, I just don't know if anybody lives here. This is creepy. Why would it bring us here?
And there's an abandoned, like, trailer behind us. Now, I don't know what to expect. Rob doesn't know what to expect. We were very reluctant to,
A rusty trailer leaned to one side, and up ahead stood a weathered, unkempt house, the creepiest spot they'd seen all night. They hung back outside, hesitant, as the silence seemed to close in around them.
We're about to embark on a journey here that we don't know what we're about to walk up to.
I don't know, man. This place is creepy. This road's creepy. It's so dark back here.
Yeah.
Can you see anything on the power box?
I mean, there's stuff still hanging on the clothesline.
I don't know. It's so hard to tell with these places, dude.
Alright, we're really proceeding here very slowly.
Walking toward the house felt like stepping into a place forgotten by time. Then, the quiet was broken by a sudden, loud crash coming from inside.
I heard something in the house. I don't know if it was somebody, but I heard like a boom. Excuse me, that smell is... You heard a bang in there, right?
Yeah.
It sounded like something huge had been thrown or had crashed across the floor. They froze, eyes straining in the darkness, but saw nothing. Moments later, a scream tore through the night, distant, raw, and unnaturally sharp. As one of them turned toward the sound, they caught sight of it.
It was a scream.
Car, just go to the car, go to the car. There's somebody by that fence back there, bro. Somebody, and they're coming this way. They're coming this way. Let's go. Hold on. They got a ways to go.
A shadowy figure stood frozen by the fence, its form blending with the darkness but clearly watching them. That was all it took. Instinct told them to get out, fast.
Down the road there, just watching us with its lights on, but now there's a problem. My camera stopped working entirely. Now I have 2 brand new batteries. Wait, maybe it'll go on now. Okay.
Work?
Okay. All of a sudden it just started working. We were sitting out here for like 10 minutes trying to figure this.
As they backed away, their camera suddenly died, battery drained, no signal, only to flicker back on a few minutes later with no clear reason why.
Look, it keeps coming back. See that, guys? Okay. All right, now, I don't know what we experienced just now, but what happened was we were at the house. Look at this, just sitting there. It turns around, and then it comes back, and then it shines its lights on us. And now, and I'm freaking out because that car keeps coming back now. You can see the headlight. See, look, he just turned around again, look. There he is again, okay. Look, now he's going that way. Yep, same car, he'll come back. Hold on, guys, we'll be right back. And I don't understand this. Like, man, see, here he comes again. You can see the taillights at the end of the street turn around, and then a car keeps coming. I'm gonna show them. I keep showing you guys in case there's a dead end. There's a car that rides up and down the street continuously, and it's got the necrophonic app. Can you tell us one about this house? Tell us about this place. Is there anything going on there? And who's in the car? See if you could tell us about that. Who's in the car? And more importantly, who was by the fence? Ooh. Can you tell us about the house? Maybe we should shut the car off, just plug out the engine noise. Who's in that car that keeps coming down the block? Who was by the fence? Looking, it said looking. Why were they looking at us? Were they waiting for us? Who's in the car?
Then the same car from before showed up again, driving past repeatedly with its headlights cutting through the dark, sometimes pointing right at them like it was trying to scare them. Out of desperation, they used the necrophonic app to ask about the house, the scream, the figure by the fence, and the circling car. The replies were just broken, cryptic bits, no real answers, only more unease. By the time they finally left, nothing was solved. Who made the noise inside? Who screamed in the woods? And who was standing in the shadows watching? Those questions still hang over that empty property. This video is from Leslie Mansfield's YouTube channel, where she usually posts light-hearted outdoor adventures that highlight nature, solitude, and the joy of exploring. But this trip didn't go as planned. On January 26, 2025, her solo wild camping outing took a frightening twist. She began the journey full of excitement, looking forward to a quiet night alone in the forest. The crisp winter air and the fading sunlight made the woods feel calm and private, exactly what she wanted.
It's a nice area and all. Ooh, what's happening here? Bridleway diversion route. Well, I'm not on a horse, so am I allowed? Bridleway closed. We're felling the diseased ash trees along this bridleways. great. That means I'll be all alone, except if other naughty people who are willing to go through tape come down here. Oh. Let's have a look at where I'm going.
Disregarding the no trespassing warnings, she ventured deeper off the path, intent on finding the perfect campsite before night closed in. That's when she saw it, a figure in the distance, moving, watching. Her heartbeat raced, a cold shiver creeping down her spine. Forcing herself to stay calm, she continued until she discovered a small clearing nestled between dense trees and brush. Concealed there, she finally felt a measure of safety.
Walking down the bottom of the valley there with a torch. I'm sure they're fine and innocent, but I've turned all my lights off until they've walked by. That person with the torch going along, I was about to set the camera up and I was about to say, oh, I'm on a hilltop and I can see they're about to leave the valley, so that's good. But they didn't. They came back and sort of towards the tent, and I just thought, oh shit. Pat, the camera, in fact the camera is what I was worried about. First time I've used this Insta360, my first ever camera. It's funny how I was packing that, wanting to make sure that was okay. And my hip belt I wear, so it's got my mobile and keys, so I just got my rucksack on and left the tent and hid down in the trees to make sure they went, because I also wanted to check what they were doing rather than just, you know, me leaving. And eventually they left. I don't know, I was spooked by then, so I found a different spot. Hello. Of course I'm wearing my mountain jacket, so with all the stress I'm boiling.
For a time, the tension eased, replaced by the soft rustle of leaves and the routine of setting up camp. Yet the unease never completely vanished. Every noise felt amplified, every shadow pressed in closer. Then it happened. A sudden beam of light pierced through the trees. Leslie froze. Was it the same figure she had glimpsed earlier, or someone new? The certainty of being watched was overwhelming. Her pulse raced. Acting on pure instinct, she ripped down her tent, shoved her gear into her pack, and bolted. She never once looked back. The chilling footage comes from Squibb, who sets out on a bold stealth camping trip in Pennsylvania, near the busy Utah 95 and PA 63 interchange. The area is packed with fast-moving traffic, thorny bushes, and hidden spots that make every step tricky. On November 31st, 2021, he arrives just before nightfall. After parking at a nearby park and ride, he navigates across high-speed off-ramps and pushes through dense thickets to reach a small clearing where he intends to spend the night.
Power my GoPro phone and that little light. I think I should be set for the night. We'll see what happens. A little spooky. Like, I never know if I'd come through here because they would die getting through them stickers. It's just weird. It's a really weird experience. We're all set up. It's getting a little chillier out. A little bit. I think there was like 10 mile an hour, 15 mile an hour winds. It's blocked pretty well in here. Yeah, it's great. The wind's being broken up pretty good. I don't have much of a canopy though, so if we get any rain, I'm going to get wet. Well, the tent's going to get wet. I've been driving past this place for years. Every day I drive by, so it would have to be a really neat place to camp. Well, anyway, I checked out the area, did a Google Earth, and it looked pretty good. My concern was crossing the main roads. The people just fly up there. You get some people doing 8 miles an hour, other people are doing 80, so it's hard to judge. There's 2 traffic cameras up there, and this is a dead spot over here. So the traffic cameras can't pick it up. Not that I don't think that would really matter, but yeah, I could just see a traffic camera and see me running around on it. That would be great. All right, I'm gonna a little bit. Maybe it gets a little bit darker. I'll start dinner. give it in a bag. Alright, thanks. Give it in a bag. Pretty good. It's pretty creepy out there.
The thick brush is tough to get through, with sharp thorns tearing at his hands and arms as he pushes forward. Once he reaches the clearing, he sets up his bright orange tent and camouflages it for extra cover. The steady roar of the interstate hums in the background, and in the dark, every snapping twig or rustling leaf seems louder than usual.
I woke up around 2:30. Slept really good till 2:30. I was starting to doze off, then I heard it's pretty close. So now I'm pretty much awake. So I figure I'll tidy up in here a little bit and start breakfast. I don't know how much of this you guys can see, but you got a big old light up here. You got a big old light up there. I'm gonna have to bushwhack out of here and get ready to break camp, and I'll do breakfast, maybe do a little fire. Hopefully that fire ain't going to be too big.
The night suddenly turns frightening when 5 sharp gunshots ring out, 2 close together, then 3 more. The nearby gunfire turns an already tense stealth camp into a truly unnerving experience. By morning, he makes a simple breakfast before breaking camp. The journey back is just as risky, having to push through the thorny brush and carefully cross the high-speed off-ramps, finally reaching his truck unharmed. For him, it was a stark reminder of the dangers of stealth camping in exposed areas and one of the most intense camping experiences he's ever had. Gaz was camping at a spot connected to the legend of Lady Sybil, the witch from Burnshaw Tower.
Because I haven't been out for that long. Woo! And I can feel it. Oh, little pudding. We haven't got your briefcase thing, do we? Come here. Stop running about. Hello? There you go. Really want to know what that shine was, though.
As he recounts the tale of Lady Sybil, something strange catches his attention, causing him to stop and look around warily.
18th century, Lady Sybil of Burnshaw Tower longed to be like the Pendle Witches. She would often sit upon Eagle's Crag, dreaming of changing into a bird so she could go visit the Pendle Witches. But she rejected him, as she did with many other suitors. And with that, he sought help from another famous witch, Mother Helston. She handed him an enchanted silken lasso, and with the help of Mother Helston's hellhound, he managed to capture this white doe, which was, of course, Lady Sybil. And after being trapped, she succumbed to his advances. And the end. And they ended up getting married.
The camper said she craved magical powers so much that she made a risky deal, binding herself to the earth even after death. Though beautiful, she rejected many suitors. She stepped away from magic for a while, but soon returned to her dark ways, which caused her to be trapped in ways no one expected. As he went deeper, the camper felt increasingly uneasy, as if something was watching him. The air felt heavy, the trees seemed closer, and every rustle made him pause. It wasn't just the legend messing with his mind, there was something else. The place felt dangerous.
It's just a log. Thought someone was stood there then. But it's a down tree with roots sticking up. Yeah, it's just magical, but very eerie.
And then there was the landowner, who had told him to stay off the property last time, claiming it was for his own safety.
So last time I were here, I got kicked off by the landowner because he'd seen the fire and come in and kicked me off basically. He said they were going to be hunting in the morning, so he didn't want me here for my safety.
The thought of running into wildlife, or even worse, other people hiding in the woods, was unsettling. At that point, he started doubting why he had even come out here alone. Looking back, he couldn't believe he had kept going, but by then, there was no turning back.
Not like this. Oh no, I'm stuck. Then, mate. Look, you can't see out in front of you, mate. I don't know where the path is. I thought this was the path, but obviously not. Come on, back up here, mate.
As the night went on, he realized that whatever was out there, real or just in his mind, wasn't worth the risk. He focused on finding a way out and eventually made it out safely. Lady Sybil's legend, her dark past, and whatever might still haunt the woods would have to wait. Carl and his team ventured into Ballyboley Woods, a forest known for paranormal activity, and ended up having experiences that really made them question what was real. The video starts off like a normal exploration, but soon turns creepy and unsettling, hinting that something strange is hiding in the shadows. At one point, Carl even dares any possible extraterrestrial beings to make a noise.
There's aliens here right now, or interdimensional beings. Can you make a unique a unique sound in this device in my hand? Make a strange sound for us. Something that's totally unusual.
Soon after, strange sounds are picked up, almost like a response to Carl's challenge. A whisper seems to come from the trees, telling them to be more vocal, sending chills down everyone's spines.
To be more vocal in the tree, it just said. To be more vocal in the tree.
Something like cycle.
I thought it said to be more vocal in the tree, which would make sense because we're hearing like weird like vocal sounds.
As they went deeper into the woods, Carl noticed a strong, sterile smell, like an antiseptic, almost like being in a hospital.
Mate, I can smell. What do you call it now? Like Dettol.
Dettol.
Dettol. I can smell Dettol.
Clean on.
The shift in the air was eerie and unsettling. Shortly after, something strange occurred. Carl felt a brush against his hand, even though he couldn't see anything.
My thing just go across between you and Neil just there.
But wait a minute,
Someone just touched my hand.
Oh.
I went like that, so I went like that. I was like, what? And then as I turned,
straight in between the two of you, it was just there.
Well, that would make sense because it would have crossed in front of me and hit if it hit my hand.
No way.
It just grazed it, like it was just like.
What?
It was.
Ran past you?
Yeah, I just felt like, but there's nothing. That's why I put my hand there. I felt like just something just grazed.
Although the footage doesn't reveal anything visible, the sensation feels very real to Carl, heightening the group's fear. The unsettling experiences continue when a woman's voice suddenly calls out, pleading for help.
The woman speak out to us. Why'd you keep moving around?
See? What was that? I hope I picked up on camera.
Do you want it to sound like it was saying?
The voice seemed to come from every direction, yet no one was there. The team held back, reminded of the forest's unsettling legend. A woman's cries are said to draw people deeper in, only for them to encounter either nothing or something far more sinister.
Like a woman saying, help.
I know, but yeah, I'm not going
Help.
towards it, especially if it's saying...
Sure, that's the story.
What?
That's the story of the woman. There's like, someone will be screaming for help, and then people will go into the forest to try and find them.
What?
It's just a story.
What, here?
Yeah, here.
What the?
Scream help, and they'll go in the forest, and they won't find no one. No one will be there.
Their doubt soon gave way to fear as the disembodied voice kept speaking, warning, help, they will harm you, casting a sinister shadow over the mysterious events. Who or what is really in the shadows of Ballyboli Woods? Could anyone ever truly escape its grip, or is the forest alive in ways we can't understand? Lisa, a life coach and YouTuber, shares her van life and solo travel adventures. In 2022, while parked to cook dinner, a suspicious man approached her uninvited, speaking in French. When she said she didn't understand, he tried to communicate using a translator app. Growing increasingly uneasy, Lisa closed the van door and pulled the curtain to make it clear she wasn't interested. Yet, he stayed in the rain for over half an hour, fiddling with the app and trying to talk, leaving Lisa unsettled and questioning his intentions.
He just moved even closer so that I can't move out, so that I can't go forward. Please leave. Please leave, you sketchy person. Please leave.
The man, acting suspiciously, hid in the bushes and watched Lisa from a distance, seemingly unaware that she could see him. As the sun began to set, Lisa kept an eye on him to make sure he didn't get too close, but he continued moving his car closer to her van, partially blocking her exit.
It's really starting to freak me out. It's been like a half an hour and he just keeps on moving his vehicle so he can see in my van here. Anyways, it's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.
As night fell, a family in an RV arrived and stayed in the same parking lot as Lisa, which gave her enough reassurance to remain there for the evening. The man left shortly after they arrived, but returned a few hours later in the middle of the night to check if she was still there. Seeing the RV family present, he left and didn't return. Lisa left early the next morning and never saw him again. While his intentions were unclear, his suspicious behavior suggested they weren't good. Thankfully, the presence of the RV family likely prevented a worse situation for Lisa. A paranormal investigation takes place in a house rumored to be haunted by the spirits of highwaymen from centuries past. Located near a busy road between Reading and Oxford in the UK, the house is said to have served as a hideout for criminals during the 18th and 19th centuries. The story centers on two highwaymen who were caught and hanged on the property after robbing traders, and their restless spirits are now believed to haunt the area. The investigators begin their night in a freezing classroom, once part of a school within the house. Equipped with an EMF detector and other paranormal tools, they immediately get to work, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural.
Look in this room. What's your feet here, mate? Yeah, we was like stood here, and we done like a small EVP session here.
Highwayman.
The EMF readings fluctuate unpredictably, indicating the possible presence of something unseen. The investigators reach out to the spirits, specifically calling on any highwaymen that might be lingering. They request knocks or other forms of communication, and at one point, they hear unusual sounds that intensify their curiosity.
The hell is that? As he would like cry.
What do you do?
You child. Hello.
As the night goes on, they move upstairs to a bedroom where previous visits had recorded even more intense activity.
Oh. Hello?
They conduct an EVP session, attempting to find out if anyone is trapped or in need of help. Initially, the responses are faint knocks and distant sounds. However, the atmosphere grows tense when they hear what seems to be disembodied laughter, and a voice commanding them to shut up, sending shivers through the team.
What's up? Hey. Go to shut up, who are you?
During the investigation, the team keeps trying to get the spirits to show themselves more clearly. At one point, they even taunt the entities, calling them cowards to try and elicit a stronger response.
You're a coward. You're afraid of us. You have a name?
There are tense moments of eerie silence, broken by sudden noises or movements that keep the team on edge.
Stop being a coward.
As the night draws to a close, they place motion-activated balls around, hoping the spirits might trigger them. While the balls remain still, the feeling in the house becomes heavier and more oppressive, adding to the team's unease.
Wait. That is an evil. That sounds like. For what? Wow. Wow. Do the other one.
Do this in my hand. I'm ready.
Come on.
Do this.
Let's dance. Scare us, come on.
The team keeps hearing strange sounds, footsteps, voices, and knocks, but nothing fully appears. In the end, they pack up their gear and leave, the mystery remaining unsolved. Grizzly Gaz's YouTube channel, usually focused on peaceful camping trips, took a frightening turn during what seemed like a typical adventure. Things started to feel off when his dog Fendi began acting unusually, whining, pacing, and reacting to something unseen near the tent.
You alright, mate? You got to come out? What are you doing? You silly sausage. You alright? Thought you wanted to stay in there. Yeah, looks like you do want to stay in there. Chill out, mate. You alright?
That night, faint, unsettling sounds floated through the woods, like whispers carried on the breeze. Gaz zipped up his tent, hoping to shut out whatever was nearby, but the noises only intensified, and the feeling that he wasn't alone grew stronger.
Some sort of bird's just gone over. You hear that? I can hear it. Bird cage in the middle of the woods. There's a zombie. really old electrical wire bit looked at it.
From a tree branch hung an old, rusty bird cage, gently swinging and seeming completely out of place, as though it didn't belong in the woods. Soon, the faint sound of bells rang in the distance, slowly getting louder as if drawing nearer.
Dirty little scruff bag. Leave it alone. Yeah, look there. Oh, it's gone now. I need to figure out what that is, because there shouldn't be anything in here, really. Might have been a deer, but it looked white to me. Big and white.
As he peered into the darkness, he only caught brief, unnatural movements. That night, the woods seemed to pulse with an eerie rhythm, with the faint chime of bells drifting on the wind. Later, he realized the sound had actually come from a fox. On a dark, tense evening, the group ventured into a forest tied to the notorious Charles Manson, known for eerie encounters, but nothing could have prepared them for what unfolded that night. They set up their equipment and called out to any spirits of Manson's victims, when suddenly strange sounds echoed through the trees, leaves rustling and twigs snapping, as if something or someone was moving closer.
On top of this cove, it's lighting up red. Remember, we're in a forest.
Yeah.
There's wildlife.
That's true. Did that just tick?
It did. It just...
Wait, what?
For a little second. Yeah.
If you get close to that metal antenna with the red light, that device, it'll start to light up different colors and it'll start to buzz. None of these devices are going to harm anybody. So if you can't...
Yeah. You don't hear the footsteps? There's like tons of leaves and like branches.
It might have been wildlife, but when they clearly heard a woman's voice, the tension immediately spiked.
Me is the fact that I'm trying to sit here and be like, it's probably most likely an animal.
Yeah.
But we both heard a woman's voice earlier. Did anyone else hear the woman's voice earlier?
Yeah, and after you guys said that, we were expecting somebody to come down.
The music box they had placed to sense motion began playing by itself, even though no one was close to it.
I was just going to say, you know what's very interesting? That the music box chimed. And obviously, if there's any interference going on, it just continued to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That device right there on the rock, all it does is plays music if you walk in front of it. Move any part of your body, whatever you have, it'll start to chime and play music.
As they carefully moved around the area, the sound of crunching leaves seemed to follow them, as if something was walking just behind.
That sounded like it was right there behind you. I heard like a
crunch.
Yeah.
The investigators used a REM pod, a device that detects environmental changes, to try communicating. When they asked if any of Manson's victims were nearby, the REM pod suddenly activated, as if something or someone was attempting to make contact.
If there's anyone down here with us and you want to talk with us but you're scared.
What? No.
Hey. Wow, that was weird. Are you not?
The eeriness intensified when the group heard a deep, unsettling male voice, even though no one else was nearby.
You know what I should do? I should move the REM pod on that mound.
I heard somebody talk. Didn't sound like a girl though, it sounded like a guy.
From which direction?
Back behind us.
Music box again. The voices that we're hearing, are they coming from spirits? REM pod on the rock and bats. And music box.
The creepiness reached a new level when one of the devices suddenly emitted the phrase, "Bad entities here."
It says bad entities here. Look at this. Bad entities here.
What?
The team was shocked when the device wouldn't turn off, no matter how hard they tried.
Doing? That's through the device.
Dare.
Dare. Right there. Yeah, turn it off. I don't know what's going on.
It's not turning off.
It's not turning off.
Look.
It's not turning off.
Combined with a strange noise, what they described as a gate creaking open, the forest began to feel as if it had come alive with unseen forces.
Wait, did y'all just hear that? It sounded like a gate opening. It was like...
They do say, what?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Seriously. This has never happened. Any of the episodes that we've used this, it's never happened. We don't know, we have no idea what's going on.
It wasn't only the equipment malfunctioning. They also noticed strange, bright white lights flickering in the distance that couldn't be explained by any of their devices.
Here. Wait.
What's up?
That was either our device or someone was just shining a flashlight over here.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what?
Well, the device wouldn't be a bright white light. It was a
Over there with our gear?
Yeah, it was a huge bright white.
Later, they received another eerie message that simply said, "Watch out here."
Thing on this EVP.
I don't even want to know anymore.
You guys ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's listen.
Let's turn those down real quick.
I turned that
off. Not off, but
Yeah, silent.
silent. Okay.
Watch out here. I'm a child.
The device just said, "Watch out here."
What really unsettled the group was when they noticed large orbs of light appearing directly in front of them.
That wasn't where it was. What? Wait, so that wasn't where the music box was. So that had to be over the first camera. Almost, honestly, directly in between your two cameras. Like that's where it came from.
That wasn't the music box at all.
No, yeah, because the music box is off to the right. I'm so glad you saw that. I also think you should just try and take a photo.
Yeah.
Like, music box was off, use your hand, snap a photo. Like, dude, what that light? Yeah, that was massive. It wasn't like a... It was like they were standing there shining it at us for 1 second and then turn it off. It's not coming down, it's literally the circle of the light shining towards us. Yeah, just like a gigantic orb.
If there's anybody over here with us right now, if you can, please tap that flag.
Was it some kind of paranormal presence, or just a trick of the forest? With their devices acting up and their unease growing, they decided to start taking photos, hoping to capture whatever was creating the light.
Okay. Go now, get it. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. 1.
Dude, shut up. Guys?
Yeah, that's not good. We should go.
Yo, we gotta
That means they're...
Guys, they're coming over here.
Yeah, that means they're about to... That's their formation.
Even though the group came out of the forest without a scratch, the experience was a stark reminder of how easily a peaceful outing can turn into a brush with the unknown. On a cold January night in 2023, British YouTuber Tony from the Hunting the Unknown channel was exploring alone. He decided to try the Randonautica app, which generates random coordinates that often lead to eerie locations. Unsure of what to expect, he was startled when a hard knock sounded on the side of his car, followed by the interior light flickering. Despite the scare, Tony, sitting in his car and sharing his excitement with viewers, remained determined to follow the mysterious coordinates.
This is called an S-box. Pretty much does the same thing. Someone just knocked in the car. You know, my night's knocked down, but someone just knocked in the car. So it's an attack. So yeah, let's show all the SB7. Not SB7, sorry, it's a ghost box. Pretty much the same thing, does the job. I'm going to use that, and I'm not going to be here for long, guys, because I've seen these videos and they say things follow you and that when you do these Randonautica videos. I'm not too sure how true that is.
He picked up his flashlight and walked into the dark forest, where he discovered an old, abandoned coffin tucked among the trees. As he went further, the distant, eerie ringing of church bells disturbed the quiet night. Despite feeling both curious and uneasy, Tony continued, and soon he heard what sounded like a child's cry echoing through the trees, making the experience even more unsettling.
Well, I just want to scream.
Curiosity got the better of him, even though he felt like turning back. Suddenly, his K2 meter, used to detect paranormal activity, lit up, signaling the presence of something unseen.
Hello? Who are you? Oh no, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away.
As the K2 meter started lighting up, showing signs of something paranormal nearby, Tony felt his anxiety rise, and then it occurred once more.
It's like it's time to drain my light, I'm not sure.
Then Tony noticed something frightening in the shadows, a pale, ghostly face watching him. He stood frozen for a moment, overwhelmed by fear, before panic set in.
Who's that?
He turned and ran as fast as he could back to his car, shaken and out of breath. Tony eventually reached the car and drove away, leaving whatever was lurking in the forest behind. YouTuber Chris, known for testing his limits, spent a night camping alone on Purgatory Road, turning it into a personal challenge by sleeping in his car on one of the most notoriously eerie highways. From the moment he arrived, the atmosphere felt unusual, with strange sounds echoing through the dense trees around the remote spot. As night fell, the air grew heavy, and while standing by a quiet lake, Chris jokingly asked if anything was there to make a splash, which only added to the tension.
You over here.
Children are playing.
Holy. Are there actually children playing by the water right now? Can you guys come out and show yourselves for me? Make a splash or do something. Yo, no way. No way.
The silence was broken by a loud, deliberate noise. Chris laughed nervously, brushing it off as a coincidence, but curiosity got the better of him. He turned off his headlamp and whispered, "Do it again," plunging himself into complete darkness. After a while, another splash rang out.
It would literally make my day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the here! Yo, there's no way! There's no way!
Even though he couldn't see anyone, an unnerved Chris headed back to his car, locked the doors, and braced for what was sure to be a long night. Sleep didn't come easily, and he was suddenly jolted awake by a noise outside.
Here's someone.
He tried to dismiss it, assuming it was just his car cooling down, or at least he hoped. But around 4:08 a.m., things felt darker when a faint light briefly flickered outside his window. A few minutes later, at 4:13 a.m., a sudden, sharp bang on the window sent a chill down his spine.
What was that?
Something hit the glass, and moments later, his car door handle rattled violently. Panic surged through Chris as he scrambled for his keys, heart pounding. Once the engine started, he didn't hesitate, speeding down Purgatory Road and leaving whatever had been lurking behind. To this day, he still can't explain what happened by the lake, or who or what tried to open his door that night. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.